So in our last lecture we have seen what is hash table, what is hash and what is hash value. So today we will see the hash functions. So as hashing techniques are mainly responsible for mapping the elements into particular slots, and for that mapping purpose various hash functions are used. So there are basically four types of hash function by using which we can map the element. First one is division, then folding, then mid-square function, and then extraction. So the question can be asked is that explain and state and explain the various hashing functions. So the first function is divide hash functions. So as its name implies, the method uses mod function to divide the key value by the size of tables. Whatever the size of table we are having, that will be considered for the division, and that will give the location of key. So the function is L, that is equal to k mod m, where k is the data, m is the size of table, and L is the location in hash table. Means suppose we are having the items 26, 70, 18, 31, 54 and 93. These are the items or elements we are having, and we want to find out the hash key value. So for that, hash key is nothing but hash key will be evaluated by key value mod number of slots in that particular table. So division method or remainder method takes an item and divides it by the table size and returns the remainder as it's the hash value. So division method is responsible, or we can say division method, and or it can be called as remainder method, which takes the item, divides it by the table size and returns the remainder as the hash value. Whatever remainder we are having, that is nothing but your hash value. So these are the various items or elements we are having in our hash table: 26, 70, 18, 31, 54 and 93. So we have kept these particular items into our hash table. So this is our hash table where we have stored the items. We can see over here. So 26. So by the division method formula, 26% 10 divide 10, that gives us the value 6. So at 6 hash value or 6 number slot, 26 has been stored. So next element is 70. So the by division method formula we get the hash value 0, and at the 0th location 70 is stored. Same way for 18 we get 8th value, that's why at 8th position 18 number is stored. For 31 we get the value 1, so at first slot 31 is stored. 54 gives us the answer 4, so at fourth location 54 is there. And for 93 we get the answer of 3, so at third number position the 93 number is stored. So this is nothing but the division method or division value of hashing function, by using which we can map the element into the hash table. So after computing the hash values, we can insert them at the designated slot. We can see over in here that we have inserted that values at the particular locations or particular slots. So it is very easy for searching the item using hash functions, because we know the slot name and slot number of item and where it is present. So the constant amount of time, as already I said, it always requires the constant amount of time. So the constant amount of time is required to compute the hash value and index of hash table at that particular location. Now this was the division method. Our next method is folding hash function. So in this, the key is divided into several parts, and after dividing they are combined together, and that combine is called as folding together, and then they are transferred into target address. So there are basically two types of folding: shift folding and boundary folding. So how shift folding works? Now we are having these particular phone numbers. So suppose now we want to map the particular elements. Now we are having these phone numbers and we want to map the phone number of Priya. So what will be happen? We will be having that particular number, that is Priya is having the number 665423. We will divide that number, or we will divide that number into various parts like 66, 54 and 23. So after that you will do addition of that, that is nothing but 143, and total number of values are 10. So 143 mod 10. So 143 mod 10 gives us value 3. So at the third location we will store the particular number. At the third location in the database we will store the value of phone number of Priya. That is shift folding method, where you are dividing the particular number into equal number of elements. After adding that elements, whatever value we are getting, we will do the mod number of records that we will be considering, and whatever value we are getting at that location we will be storing the particular number. That is the shift folding function. Now this is the boundary folding function. The same example is taken over there, but the difference is that in the boundary folding, as we can see, 66, 54 and 23 number is there. So 66 and 23 will be kept as it is, and the middle value is changed, that is 54 will be reversed, that will be fold, and then addition is done, and again the modulo formula is used, as we are having 10 number of entries. So the addition mod 10 gives us the number 4, and at fourth location we will store the hash value, or we will store the value of Priya. So that is boundary folding. This is the folding method. Now the third is mid square hash function. So in the mid square hash function, the key is squared and middle part of the result is used as the address location. Means, now suppose we are having this particular key as 3121. So what we will do? We will do the square. So we will do the square of 3121, that gives us 9740641, and you will consider the mid value of this particular square, which is nothing but 406. So at the 406th location we will store this 3121 value. Means whatever value we are having, we are doing it square, and then whatever result we are getting of that square, the middle number is considered, and that at that middle number we uh, we can store the particular element. In this way the mapping is done in the mid square hash function. Then the fourth function is extraction hash function. So in the extraction hash function, only some part of key is used for computing the address. Only some part is used. So we are having this particular key as 1055479802. So we will divide that number into various parts, as we can see over here, and the first part is considered, and at the location 1055 we store the particular number. Means it is nothing but our extraction hash function. So whatever key we are having, we used to extract few elements from them, and at that location we used to store the particular value of our particular sorted array. So these are nothing but four hashing functions by which we can map the elements into hash table. First one is division, where the division formula is used. Second one is folding, where the shift folding and boundary folding is used. Then third is mid square, where the square has been done and then the mid value is found out. And fourth one is extraction. So in extraction we used to extract some elements, and after extracting the element